Ladies and gentlemen, now look like Alaska got hit with a flood. And they said this was historic, damaging winds, power outages, and they said it was extremely powerful. So they're describing this as a tropical typhoon that hit the Barren Strait. It's like I said, I never seen so many floods in my life. It's definitely biblical in 2022 when it comes down to these floods. So, a powerful storm is bearing down on western Alaska with historic tidal surges, damaging winds, widespread power outages expected throughout the weekend, as is typical for fall storms in Alaska. But this one was a typhoon at one point. The remnants of post tropical typhoon Merbok are tracking northeastward through the Barren Strait. Yeah, I mean, I looked at several of the pictures before coming on here. Yeah, you can definitely see it's flooded there. Historic coastal flooding is forecast for many communities in the region Saturday into Sunday, according to Rick Tommen, and he is a climate specialist at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. There hasn't been a September storm this strong in the northern Barren Strait, around the Barren Sea region in the past 70 years. And you know what? It's very interesting that he is bringing up 70 years because Queen Elizabeth sat on the throne for 70 years and then she recently died. And, you know, I'm seeing that number 70 an awful lot. So, this is what he posted out on Twitter. So, the governor Mike Dunleavy Saturday, he has declared a disaster for communities impacted by the storm. So he said, "We will continue to monitor the storm and update Alaskans as much as possible," he said on Twitter. Nothing that the state has not received any reports of injuries at this time. So, ladies and gentlemen, you know, of course, they're talking about different areas. According to the National Weather Service, was issued for coastal flooding warnings for much of the northwestern coast of Alaska. In the Yukon Delta, some regions have seen high winds, floods, and power outages. And they said there are homes off of their foundation. Significant coastal flooding is also forecast for the Seward Peninsula, and that's where a number of remote communities are already threatened by erosion. Water levels are expected to be as high as 18 feet above normal tide, high tide in the community. Major flooding has been reported in the region. This is according to the National Weather Service. High water levels not expected until this afternoon. Flooding will actually get worse. Water is surrounding the schools, homes, and structures are flooded. At least a couple of homes floating off of their foundation. Some older fuel tanks are tilted over. So, prior to the storm hitting, there were a lot of residents that boarded up their windows. Uh. Peak levels in and around Nome are expected Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning, the National Weather Service warned. Many roads are likely closed, and home businesses and local airports are inundated. High wind warnings are in effect until Saturday evening, with some regions of the Yukon Delta and Bering Strait coast expected to see hurricane force wind gust up to 90 miles an hour, according to the National Weather Service. Widespread power outages are expected. So they look like they got their behinds handed to them in Alaska. And I hope everybody is doing well. I actually have a cousin that lives in Alaska. She's been living there for years, her and her husband, and she got a few kids. I haven't seen her in a long time, but I know she told me she loves it there. Got stationed there in the military, and after they were done with their time, both her and her husband were in the military, they decided to settle in Alaska. They have never left. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.